and motivates. All shows are taped in front of a live virtual audience. Make sure to follow us so you can be notified when a new show is available on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also follow us if you want to be a part of our live taping. Grab your beverage and snacks, get comfortable so we can let's talk. Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk. I am your host, author Dre Lett. This is the show where we inform and inspire, and we get you going during these tough times and beyond. So come on in the room and have a virtual seat so we can let's talk. You guys, I'm so excited about tonight's guest. She is just outstanding in what she does. She gives back selflessly. And so, based upon that, let's talk about looking out for one another. Yes, Skate Critic, also known as Ginger Dawn Mathews, is going to be here to talk about her amazing selfless act of looking out for others. She'll be on the virtual stage shortly. Now we're going to hear from a brief message from our sponsors. But while we do that, I want to make sure that you guys type in the comment section where you're watching the show from. Make sure you say hello. And I want to definitely give you guys a shout out when we come back from this brief message from our sponsors. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and hear this message from our sponsors.
This is your girl, Danny. Yes, Chef Danny, recording artist Danny, Deacon Danny. But now I'm an author. I've always been an author, but now I'm serious about it. I'd like to introduce you to my memoir, Pretty Little Bastard Child. It's a memoir of the darkness that turned on God's light. Now, I'm going to give you a trigger warning. If, in fact, you haven't dealt with your healing, then this ain't the book for you. But I want to get you to a place where you can deal with some healing, because your trauma is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Atlanta, I'm talking to you directly. I'm coming to you June 21st. I'm going to be there with hugs, with smiles, and with your girl, Danny, and these books. Listen, if you want an autographed copy before then hit me up on any of my socials. I'm on Instagram at authordanny.d3. I'm on Danielle Dubois Matthews, Facebook, and I'm right here whenever you need me. So check this out. I'm going to see you in June, 1650 Marietta Boulevard. Okay? If you're a vendor, it's going to be a whole day full of good stuff. You're going to have a vendor's bazaar. We're going to have an after party, and we're going to have me reading some excerpts from the book. So check this out. I want to see you there. Peace.
producing out of Detroit, Michigan, as we call Motown. We would love for you to come down to our city to enjoy our roller skating. And while you're here, pick up my book, The Motown Sound on Wheels by Rockin' Rich Houston. You'll enjoy the roller skating that we're doing here in Detroit. And while you're here also, come down to the roller skating rink, where we are doing 69 years of continuous roller skating. And if you have any problems with transportation, come on and call us and we'll pick you up at the limousine service and we'll roll you right onto the rink and right back to the airport. Thank you very much.
I'm getting ready for the function at the junction. Baby, you gotta come on now, because everybody's gonna be there. We got people coming from everywhere. We got Ling Ting Tong from China, Long Tall Sally from Carolina. We got 007, the brother I need, bringing all the guys from I Spy. Come on, come on, we gonna have 'em all down at the function at the junction. And baby, you gotta come on now. We serving egg too young and barbecue, having chicken dumpling there, kidney stew, having beef big until the break of dawn. Gonna shake the tail feather, shoot it till we run, hold a shotgun on the rooster and dare him to crow. Hard to put anybody sleeping, make him get out on the floor. Tell Paul and tell him all, tell him about the function at the junction. Tell him that they gotta come on now. Tell him about the function at the junction, baby. Tell him that they gotta come on all the soul brothers, Jenny brothers, gift cats and fancy hats and pretty girls with pretty smiles, all decked out in the latest style. And Mama Jimmy, guitar slamming, Betty Boo and Doo, Mohair Sam from Alabama.
They say the key to great success and awesome sales is advertising. So, are you looking for a place to advertise your product, your business, or even your cause? Do you need someone to help you create an actual advertisement ad? Well, let DTO Productions help you. Here are just a sample of some of the ads that we've produced and created for our clients. We're running a special for the creation and sponsorship for one ad for 1 month for only $150. Contact us. You won't be disappointed. from our sponsors. You make sure you go out and support them. I'm big on entrepreneurship. So thank you so much. Okay, so let's see here. Who is checking in tonight? Yes, we've got hubby checking in from ATL. Mwah. Hey, babe, love you. Thank you for your love and support. And let's see who. Oh, Rockin' Richard Houston, the legend. How are you, sir? Hope all is well. Good to see you on the show. Let's see here. Oh, Stanley. Stanley's never said hello. Hey, Stan, how are you, sir? He said he's watching from Decatur, where it's greater. I know that's right. And hey, cousin. Oh my goodness, she said the weather. Oh my God, it's too funny. She said the weather is bipolar. It's cold there. Are you kidding? Wow. You know, Georgia is like that. 1 minute is hot, 1 minute is cold. I totally understand, but that is unusual for you guys this time of the year. Wow. Well, stay warm or stay cool, whichever one. And we got my sis checking in from Oaktown, California. Hey, sis, how are you? Love you. And let's see. Oh, Spice. Sean is checking in. Hey, Sean. Hey, Sora Sean. She's checking in from Atlanta. How are you? Thank you for joining us. So glad you could be a part of my live virtual audience. I love all of you guys for your support. That's what I call the Let's Talk fam. And I see quite a bit of you are also watching. It's okay if you're scared to say hello. It's all good. I thank you for your love and support. And if you're watching this in a pre-recorded phase, make sure you put where you are watching from, what city, so I can give you a shout out. Go back in the comments, okay? All righty, so let's get into hot topics. You know, tonight I'm a little flustered, you guys. I was having so many technical difficulties, and it was like, what? No, this cannot be happening. So it's all good, right? It is all good. So, in hot topic news, you know, according to various media outlets, now I learned that there's certain keywords that you cannot say on social media. So, you guys are going to have to fill in the blanks. So, if I leave off a letter, you'll get the message, right? Okay. So, according to various media outlets, new consumer protection rules will soon entitle airline passengers to automatic refunds when flights are canceled or significantly delayed, while also requiring airlines to reveal junk fees up front. Yes, indeed. In total, the new rules could save travelers $500 billion annually. That's awesome. So, you guys, the next time you travel, make sure you're up on this new law, the new FAA law. I believe you have up to 3 hours if the flight is delayed or canceled to get a full refund. And that's huge. So make sure you stay on top of that as you travel this year. I know I am. I'm going to make sure I get my money if the flight is delayed for whatever reason or canceled. All right. This next hot topic is definitely one of those topics I've got to leave a letter off the word. You guys will figure it out, I'm quite sure. So Thursday, Harvey Weinstein, the once powerful Hollywood producer, had his ex crimes conviction granted a new trial. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? It has been determined that statements from prior bad acts, you know, witnesses, should not have been allowed because it, quote, was unnecessary to establish Harvey's intent and served only to establish his propensity to commit the crimes charged. What? So basically, you guys, he gets a new trial. Wow. You know, that's crazy. What do you guys think of that? Do you guys think that's right? I'm just blown away at that one. And apparently social media has just been in an uproar. And that's why I had to be careful with the words, because all this stuff going on, you know, they might, you know, ban me or who knows, but I had to be careful with the words that I chose. So what do you guys think about that? Those of you watching live that aren't afraid to comment, let me know. Let me know. Okay. So, Sean is saying going back to the airline deal. This is huge. No vouchers or refund. That's right. No vouchers. Like, what if you don't want to fly again? What if you don't, whatever, give me my money, run me my money, as they would say, right? Sis says, she needs that because in February it took almost 8 hours for her to get back to the United States. Wow, that's crazy. Yep. I can't remember the date. I'm not sure if it's May 1st, but you guys double check up that date. But I do know it's a 3-hour rule. So, and Rockin' with Houston said somebody got paid to change something. Yep. Yeah. So it makes you wonder. I think you're going back to Harvey. Yeah, something went down. Definitely something went down. So I don't know. And this is what Sean said. She said he's still serving time committed in California. Yes. It's crazy. I don't know. This world, I tell you, it's kind of crazy. So that's what's hot topic news. So let's get into introducing my guest. Again, I'm so excited to have her on, you guys. She, in my opinion, is amazing. Anybody that is willing to give back and give to their community is awesome. So this is Ginger Mathews. She's also known as the Skate Critic. She's traveled around the world visiting and interviewing roller skating rink owners and posting all about it online for all roller skaters to see. She keeps track of all the dead, closed rinks, the live rinks. She's even in the know about the adult skate parties across the country, as well as ranking the top 10 rinks in the United States. Ginger also ranks the small rinks in the world, as well as noting all Black owned and minority roller skating rinks in efforts of making sure skaters support them as well. Over the years, Ginger has appeared in music videos, documentaries. For those of you that saw United Skates, if you haven't, you got to see it. It is really good. I saw it for the second time and I picked up on some things. Oh, that was a very, very good documentary. She's also appeared in podcasts, books, interviews, newspapers, and more. Everybody help me welcome to the virtual stage the Skate Critic, Ginger. Hey, lady, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You are in my homeborn state, California.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. You and I were talking offline, and the things that you do is just so amazing, Ginger. I mean, just to give back, selflessly and to help others and make sure skaters and those that love the sport are good. How on earth did you start this? I won't say crazy adventure, but how did you start all this? I mean, it's a good thing.
So it started originally with I wanted to skate every rink in California. And I come from a long line of skaters, and my family has owned a rink in Pleasanton, California. My uncle's a pro. My mom skated. My dad skated. My mom was an art skater. My dad was a rink rat. And he would come down the rink and try to talk to her. And she looked him right in the eye and she goes, "If you're trying to get me to go out with you, you're going to have to learn how to skate." So he got mad and he left. And he said, "I don't care if I ever see that broad again. I'm done with her. Forget it." And the following Friday, he showed up with his entire paycheck and bought a pair of skates and learned to skate. And then I'm the product of that. So as my stepmom used to say, I was born to skate. So in my travels of trying to skate every rink in California, every time I saw my aunt and uncle, they would go, "You need to write this down. You need to take pictures. People want to know." And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So, 3 or 4, 5 times later, I go to a roller derby game because my family is very involved in every aspect of skating. So I am dangerously know a little or a lot about every single piece of skating.
Wow.
So the one last time my aunt came at me and she goes, "You need to write this down. You need to take photos." And I go, "Oh yeah, whatever. I'll be the skate critic." So New Year's came that year and it was 2013. And I went down to LA because they had a new rink opened. And so I went down there to check it out to reclaim my title of skating every rink in California.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, New Year's, I'll just go skate at one of my other favorite rinks. Oh, no. All of them were 16 and under, lockdown, no adults. And I was like, what? I'm stuck in this hotel room, bored. And I'm like, let me look into the Skate Critic thing, okay? So I look into it, and there was a guy that did it, but he hadn't done it in 20 years, and he really didn't do it like I do. He would post a review once a month, and then it became every other month and every 6 months and once a year. And he didn't do massive amounts of rinks like I do. And so I was like, okay, all right. So I grabbed Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr at the time. I grabbed every social media club, and then I put 33 friends in my Facebook group.
Wow.
And during the night, my phone, I had it up, and so the light kept flashing on the ceiling. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Why is my phone going off? Did somebody die? And I look
Ooh.
at the phone and I'm like, oh crap. What did I do? There was like 800 people in there by the next day.
Wow.
And I was like, I came home and I went to one of my home rinks here for the adult skate on Wednesday, and everybody come up to me and they're like, what did you do? And I go, I have no idea, but we're rolling with it. And so that's how Skate Critic was born.
Oh, wow. I love it. Oh my God, what an awesome story. So
Yeah.
how many live rinks would you say right now are, open and thriving in the United States right now?
1,160 as of today.
Wow. That's good, but I'm sure that's a huge decrease from what it once was, right?
So it's not too bad because before
Okay.
COVID, we were at 1,256.
Okay. Okay.
So we're not too bad from
Okay.
there. And we seem to fluctuate around that number
Okay.
constantly. So it's like it may drop down to like, 1158, and then
Mhm.
some rinks open and it'll go back up to like, 1,163, but it seems to fluctuate around there. Like
Okay.
people always go, oh, the rinks are closing left and right. Yeah, absolutely. But then there's rinks that are opening,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
you just got to pay attention. And,
And with Usher skating at the Super Bowl, and then he was here in Atlanta at Cascade, and everyone was going crazy. So I'm sure he's making skating alive even more so. Now people are buying skates and wanting to learn. So hopefully there'll be even more rinks that'll start opening. What do you think?
oh yeah. So I get around shopping, and so I like look at, things with roller skates, and I'm always posting them online so people could buy them. And I want to just say that last night I got the Dream Book from Hallmark, and I was open the book, and I thought in my head, I go, man, I haven't seen roller skates on Hallmark in a long time, right?
Yeah.
There's 4 things in the Dream Book with roller skates. I will be posting them within the next week. I was like,
Yes.
oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm like, well, there's 4 ornaments I'm gonna have to go buy. So, and I'm not going to tell you everything, but I've got like 3 or 4 posts right now I need to put up that have more skate stuff that
Okay.
are out there. So yeah, I want to leave some surprises for you guys.
Awesome. I
But
love
yeah,
it.
it's around the corner. I also know of a few other things that are going to come down the pipeline that I can't tell you. So
Okay.
there's more coming, more coming. Get ready. Get your skates. Let's go.
So what's the funniest review and the worst review you've ever done?
Oh God. So the funniest one ever is it was USA Skate Center in Springfield, Ohio. And the rink owners are super nice. Rob and Tara Patterson. Great, great people.
Mhm.
And the rink, it needs some TLC, it has some things. And so, when I go into the rink, it's like when I'm done, I go up to the rink owner and I give them like, opinions on things that could be improved and how to get them improved and what to do. And every time I said to him, when are you going to fix this? Or when are you going to do that? He would go, 9 years from now. That was his answer to everything. 9 years from now. And I was, by the third time, I was like, let me guess, 9 years from now. I was laughing and he was serious. His wife was in the background and she was giggling. And I was like, okay, I got to ask why. And he goes, the building will be paid off in 9 years. And I go, oh.
Oh.
But let me say, his building is not at the 9 years yet.
Okay.
And he got a wood floor recently. So a brand new
Okay.
wood floor and a whole bunch of other things got done there. So you know what? I need to go revisit him and up his wheels. But they're
Awesome.
great people. Absolutely great. But it was the funniest review ever. My stomach hurt when I left. I was driving down the highway going, yeah, 9 years. 9 years.
Now, when you go to websites, they give stars, right? Hotel stars. You
Yes.
said wheels.
Yes.
Explain. So that's your
That
actual rating,
yes.
right?
So
Okay.
I rate ranks by wheels, 1 to
Okay.
8 wheels.
Okay.
So example, you need 8 wheels to roller skate.
That's
So
true.
if you only had one wheel or 2 wheels, you need like a few more to get 8 wheels. And so 8 wheels is like a perfect rink. And then I start giving out toe stops. 1 toe stop or 2 toe stops. That means your rink is over the top.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I have about 6, 7 rinks with 8 wheels in the US.
Okay. And what was the worst review? And where was it?
I cannot tell you where it is, but it could
Darn.
be in the state you live in now.
You know what? I already know who it is, where it is.
So I go to this rink, right? And I first off I passed it because I was like, wait a minute, it says it's here. I literally was in nowhere. It was on somebody's farm. So I make a U-turn, I go back and I go, is that it? Okay. All right. Let's go inside, check it out. When I opened the door, there were spider webs. It was filthy. There was
Oh,
a
that's
kid
not the one.
behind the counter that could have cared less. And I came
Oh.
inside. It was so dirty that I sat down and a plume of dust came from, my butt on both sides. And I'm like, oh, Lord. I look out the floor and you could see it was buckled all the way across.
Oh.
And, I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm like, okay, Ginger, just do your job. So I do my job. And there was a piece of carpet in the middle of the floor. And I'm like, why is there
Oh.
carpet in the middle of the floor? And I hit this carpet. I came to a complete stop. It was glued to the floor.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, oh my God. So I see this guy walking around and he's like all disheveled and he's got like a Clorox bottle in one hand and some disinfectant in the other, and he's just kind of stumbling around. And I'm like, is that the owner? Because
Oh.
usually I go find the owner to see if I can find out some facts on the rink and stuff.
Mhm.
So I go looking at him, and then I was like, let me go check out the snack bar because I need to check that out. Not to gross anybody out, but I'm standing there, I'm looking at the snack bar, and his kid is behind the counter, and he's picking his nose, and I'm like,
Oh.
he turns around, he goes, can I help you? And I go, no, I'm good. I'm good. And I turn around and I said to the other girl, I go, where's the owner? Oh, it's that guy right there, the guy with the Clorox bottles. And I walk over to him and I could smell the alcohol and I got within like 5 feet of him.
Oh, God.
And I was talking to him and he wasn't really making any sense. And
Mm.
he was trying to communicate back to me. And I'm like, I gotta go. It was very nice to meet you. And I leave and I'm putting my stuff in the car. And the next thing I know, he's standing right there.
Oh,
And
no.
he's like, hey, are we going to go in my office and talk about this review? And I'm like, I got to go. I got to do the next rink. And I leave and I'm like,
Oh, no.
oh, Lord. But, I always keep an eye on rinks, even if it was bad or whatever. I always keep an eye on them because I'm always hoping that they improve,
Yeah.
they get better, and I could go back.
Mhm.
I do know this rink got passed down to the children
Oh.
and that they put a lot of money into it. So the next time I'm in that state, I will go
Okay.
back and revisit that rink. But yeah,
Good.
that was the worst.
Oh, wow. And I thought you were getting ready to talk about another rink, but it is good that you don't give the names because some people, but anywho, yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about this. My husband and I, as you know, he's a big roller skater, and we were just talking about how when you roller skate is something you enjoy to do, but you don't want to break your neck, right? You don't want to break an
Right.
arm, a leg, you hit
Nope.
a bump, a bubble, or whatever in the floor, and it's like, no, not at this age. You don't want to break, not even the little babies, So
Yeah, I'm a huge stickler and I walk in the rink and you don't have somebody out there sweeping that floor before the session or after
yes,
the session, you just
hmm
lost a wheel because that
hmm
is safety right
yes,
there. And the other thing is if you don't keep that floor clean, then your customers, their wheels get dirty, and they're not going to come back to your rink.
Mhm.
They're gonna avoid your rink because I I personally I don't like to go into a rink and I'm skating for a lap or two and my wheels start to slide because they're so caked in crap. And
Right.
I gotta go off the floor and clean them for 20 minutes and then get
Mhm.
back on the floor and try to skate again. And then I get irritated and I'm like, I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out. I'm not
Yep.
coming back. And I won't come back unless I hear that you started to figure out
Clean
how to
it.
clean your floor. Because
Yep.
you have to sweep it before and after every session.
Mhm.
You have to mop it once in a while to get all the stuff off of it.
Right.
Yeah, and
Oh.
these rinks don't get it, and they all have excuses. Oh, the humidity, the carpet, the this. No, if you're sweeping it and you're mopping it, yes, sometimes the carpet affects or humidity, but you
Mhm.
can adjust your schedule for that to get it to where it works because your rink may have that problem there, and the rink in the next town over doesn't have that problem, and y'all have the same
Mhm.
weather, you have the same everything.
And you're correct. And one of my pet peeves as a roller skater is when we have large adult skate parties and the floor is wet from all the sweat, right? Well, I know people are going to get mad at me, but they should clear the floor, dry it with some kind of dry broom, and then let's resume. Because one year we were skating and some guy broke his collarbone. And I was like, oh, it could be very, very dangerous.
So in the defense of that one, it doesn't matter what rink you're in. If you could have 4,000 people in there, and I've been in a rink with 4,000 people skating, as
Hmm.
long as your HVAC system is working correctly and somebody doesn't open the
Oh,
doors to outside to mess with the
oh.
weather inside,
Hmm.
will not have water on that floor.
Oh,
Now
I
you
never knew
can
that.
have somebody who decides they want to do the splits on the floor or they fall and they roll around like a dingbat that their sweat gets on the floor and then you have that issue for a minute. But
Yeah,
that's why if I'm on the side and somebody falls, I'm like, get up
right.
now before you get your sweat all over the floor.
Hmm.
Think about other people besides yourself.
Exactly. That's a good point. And
Yeah.
and Mark says, and then they add wax on top of the dirt. Yes. Oh, that just burns me.
There shouldn't be any wax on a floor except for like roll on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, wax would be a big no.
Ingrid says ice skating is what it's called. It's moisture. Yes. That's
Yes,
right.
I've
Ooh.
been in a rink before, and I was like, I got on the floor, and I started sliding like an ice rink, and I noticed there was this thin coat of crap on there, and I'm like, oh Lord. And I remember a bunch of people, and a friend of mine, she fell and started it, and so a bunch of people are falling in front of me, and I was like, no way, I'm hitting that floor. I'm wearing white. We are not going down. Somehow I ended up standing up. I had people piled up to here all behind me and it was 30 feet from one side to the other of people. And somehow I got pinned against the snack bar. And when I got pinned against the snack bar, my friend Sharon goes, oh my God, when did you get here? I said, I've been here all night. Can you pull me over this wall and get me out of
Oh, wow. That's
here?
hilarious. Oh my goodness.
And
And
recently, the rink owner that happened at, I went and visited his rink, and he
uh-huh.
goes, "Oh, and Ginger, let me tell you, you need to come back and do a new review of my other rink because I fixed the HVAC system in there."
Oh. That's hilarious. We appreciate you so much for doing that for us, so that we know which rinks to stay away from. Now, I watched again United Skates. I watched it again last night and I saw you in it, and you guys were upset about one of the rinks in California. Was that your
Redwood
family rink?
City.
Okay.
So Redwood City is about an hour from me, and it was a very small rink, so I didn't prefer to go skating over there. It was a very loved rink in the artistic world because it was
Mm.
so small that if you did artistic skating there and then you went to a big rink for like regionals or nationals, you would smoke everybody because
Oh, okay.
you knew
Wow.
how to skate in a little tiny environment and stay in the lines and all that. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that rink closed years ago. They just demolished it recently.
Mm,
So
mm. So it was your most pivotal moment, working on that documentary, just giving them feedback from what you ran into or you saw?
So I worked on the documentary for 5 years. I clearly remember being at a skate party in Virginia, and they came, and I was like, "What? What the hell are all these people with cameras? They're in my way, get out of the way."
Get moved.
And then the next thing I know, this camera and this lady, but they weren't like filming me. They were like chasing me, and they chased me off the floor. And they're like, "Are you Ginger Mathews?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And they're like, "We need to talk to you because you have all the facts on the roller rinks. We're doing a documentary. We want you to help out with it. We need to talk to you." And I go, "Well, that's great. Here's my number. I got to go. They're playing my song." And they called for 5 years. But the best part about that was they did the premiere for all of us who were in the movie and took part in it. And my parts are behind the scenes. Like, I probably am responsible for like 75, 80% of the facts in that movie.
Wow.
And so they premiered it in Detroit at Soul Skate in 2018. And so I hadn't seen it yet, right? And I actually wasn't going to go to Soul Skate. And the Soul Skate team, some members moved heaven and earth to get me there. Oh. And I thought, is this a setup? What's going on? That's when I found out that the premiere.
Okay.
So I go to the premiere, and I'm in the audience, and the scene where the United States map comes up, and they put out all the rinks, and then they took them away over time.
Yes.
That map scene is all my work. Oh. And so to see it on the big screen happening, because no matter how often I explain to people how many rinks we had versus how many we have, they don't get it like I do because I see the facts all the time. So to see that happen, and at the same time, I hear the audience, people in the audience gasp, and they're like, "Oh my God." And I started crying. I was just bawling my head off. I was like, "Oh my God, they get it. They get it. They see it." And every time I went to see the movie after that, I would cry, but it was less and less and less. But yeah, it was glorious to see that part of the movie.
I didn't realize you did that. That was amazing. Yeah, because that did touch my heart, seeing that map, and it was like, whoa.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So what do you look for when you do these reviews, when you go into the roller rinks? What do you look at specifically?
So when I go into the rink, I'm looking at your floor, your employees, your snack bar, your bathrooms, and your DJ. And then I also measure the skate floor because my readers like to know how big the skate floor is or how small. When I'm done looking at all that, then I'll go around the rink and I'll look for what makes this rink special from other rinks. What makes this rink different? And I take photos, sometimes videos, and then I'll make notes on things that could use improvement. Like say the carpet needs to be replaced, something like that. And then when I'm done, I will go back and find the owner, the general manager, whoever the biggest person of importance is that I can find. And, I'll, tell them what things I think are great. Then I'll go through what I think needs improvement, give them the chance. So like say the carpet was bad. So I'd go, okay, your carpet needs replacing. Do you plan to do that anytime in the near future? And if they say no, I'll be like, okay, is it on the agenda for a little farther out or, whatever? Give them the chance to say, yes, it's going to get done, or no, it's not. I've even had rink owners tell me, I have the carpet. It's going in tomorrow. It's in the back. Did you see it? And I'll be like, oh yeah, I did see it. So, stuff like that. And then I'll get into the history of the rink.
Oh, okay.
Nothing is more distressing than a rink to go down the drain and there's no pictures of it. There's no written history about it. And some of these rink owners don't think that's important. The younger ones, it's like, no, it is important. It's important to know what date it first opened, what were the names of the rinks along the way, when did it close. Those things are important, and you got to get the facts. You can't make it up. No opinions. You need the truth, and then you can make a timeline on that rink. And then somewhere down the line with that timeline, shout out to Bruce Lett. He does Forgotten Roller Rinks of the Past. And he will put those timelines together, the rink with all the photos, and he'll post it. I keep track of, the manual stuff of that, and he keeps track of all the rest.
Oh,
And
wow.
also, my little mini me is Eleanor Steele. She's the Pacific Northwest roller rink historian, and she handles all the rinks that are in the Pacific Northwest, and she does all that as well. So, yeah, that's what I do when I go to the rink. I'm really trying to preserve that rink in case it closes down, or catches fire. You never know. I mean, I had a rink burn up about, I don't know how many years ago it was now. And, I called the rink owner and I said, I know you don't want to hear this right now. I said, but I just reviewed your rink 3 months ago. So I have all the current photos of it for your insurance.
Oh, wow.
And
That's
he
awesome.
was like, I forgot about that. So, I can
awesome.
help. I can help preserve your rink as far as it goes, and I can help in other ways.
That is such a blessing, Ginger. So tell me, when you fly around all over the United States, are you doing it on your own dime? Do you have people that give you donations? How do you get that done? And are you willing to accept donations?
I will accept donations. I do it all on my own dime. I have had a few people who have helped me out here and there with some things. Sometimes I'll go and do a personal tour of a rink, and the rink owner will help me out here, let me stay at their house or something. So
yeah. Wow. You guys, don't let Ginger out here spending her own money. We appreciate you so much. You have no idea, because, for example, if my husband and I, we travel, you may want to go roller skate that night, right? And if you know nothing about that rink, what it looks like, is it safe, crime, the floor, any of that. We appreciate you, Ginger, for just putting that out there and letting us know. You guys, look at the information scrolling at the bottom. Please, please, please donate to her cause, because if you are a true roller skater, and even if you're not, donate, because she is doing this on her own dime, and you have such a huge heart. That is amazing. You are truly a blessing.
I do want to say, you talk about safe rinks. I tell you what, no matter what rinks I'm going to, if they're in the hood, I know I'm going to have a really good time. People are always like, you go skating in the hood, are you crazy? And I'm like, I'm telling you, the best rinks are in the hood. They really are. And I pull up and I'm in the hood, I'll be looking around and be like, ooh, I'm in the hood. Where's this rink at? We're going to have a ball. And we do. Every rink I've ever been to, it's in a terrible neighborhood, is the best rink. You might not have rims. You might not have rims on your car when you get back out, but you have a good time. No,
but you know why? It's probably, if I were to guess, because there's so many things going on in their lives, and their outlet is going roller skating and getting that off. Right. The music is going to be good, and they're going to put their soul in the, just throwing down. So I think they take it to the wood.
Yeah, I have many stories, but one comes to mind. During COVID, of course, we couldn't skate in California. They just took everything away from us for 18 months. And so I was selling rinks or skates for the rink. So I actually I could go and skate on the floor, I'd go meet with the boss and I could skate, but it was by myself, So I remember coming in one day and I was pissed off about something. I don't remember what it was. I was so mad. I walked in, I looked at him and I go, can I skate for 10 minutes and then we can do this? Because we have some paperwork to do. And he goes, yeah. Usually I do everything else and then I skate. And I got out there and I literally skated for less than 10 minutes.
Wow.
And everything I was angry about just came into place. I came off with a big grin on my face. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. And he goes, are you the same person who walked in the door a minute ago? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we got some questions for you, Ginger. Okay. So Ingrid wants to know, what's your favorite top 3 rinks and what state? She's a roller skater, by the way.
Okay. So my favorite I have a favorite in every state, but if you had to narrow it down to number one, it would be the Oaks in Portland, Oregon.
Oh,
It is the second largest skate floor in the United States. It is a rotunda floor, which is a top of the line skate floor.
mm,
It's what we refer to as butter, because it's like butter you roll on. It's the last rink in an operational amusement park in the U.S. It's the last rink with a live pipe organ. It's got 3 skate floors, and one of them is a wavy skate floor.
wow.
Yeah, I could go on and on about that rink.
They don't play the organ music while you skate, do they?
They do on Thursday nights and Sundays. So like you
Okay.
can just step right back in time.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's good music. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
They also do skate parties. They have one coming up June 1st, and then they have one, I think it's September, the last weekend in September. So they have really
okay.
good skate parties up there too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And let's see here. We had another question. Oh, a legendary rockin' Richard Houston. I know you know him from Detroit.
Yes.
He
He was
says, when
standing
you,
in that photo at one of my other rinks that I love, Rollercade in Detroit.
yes,
I'll be there next month,
yes,
Richard.
we
Better
will
show
be there
up.
too. Yeah, Detroit. He says, when you love the sport, you do anything for it. And Richard, I thought you had another question. Let me just double check and look at some of the questions that were put in the group chat. You guys put them in. She's here. Let's see here. I saw one earlier. And I think they were just going on and saying, you got to go back and look at these comments, by the way. They're just saying how much they
I will.
love and appreciate you
Yeah.
with everything that you do. And he was just saying skating is a therapy for him as well. I agree. I
Yes.
agree. Oh, here.
Amen.
Yes.
Speed therapy. Let's go. I'm going tonight. We have our annual skate party tonight at
Oh.
Sunrise Rollerland in Citrus Heights, California, which is actually my second favorite rink. And
Oh,
we'll be skating from midnight till 5 a.m. all weekend.
okay.
And, yeah, that's the 5th largest rink in the U.S., and it's 1 hour and 9 minutes from my house.
Wow. Wow. And that's Northern California, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. My sister lives up that way. Okay. Let's see here. Diane says, what is the average general cost at rinks? She's not a roller skater, so she's just curious.
Ooh, I have been to rinks where it's $2.50, you know, and I
Wow.
have been to rinks where it's $25. We actually have one of the most expensive rinks in the United States, and it's 15 minutes from my house. And it's $25.
Oh, I thought
Crazy.
$12. I thought
Yeah.
$12 was bad here in Atlanta.
No,
Okay. And my
no.
sister who lives in the Bay Area, she says, what's your favorite Bay Area rink?
So we only have 3 actual, 2 actual rinks left in the Bay Area. One is Golden Skate in San Ramon. The other one is Paradise Skate in Antioch. And then we have a couple of rinks that you consider pop-up rinks or like novelty rinks. One is Church of Eight Wheels, San Francisco. The other one is Aloha in San Jose, California. So I guess I would be biased because I work for Paradise Skate on their roller skate wholesale side. And so it's 15 minutes from my house. And so I guess that would be my favorite one when I'm home in the Bay Area. But, you know, I'll go anywhere. You know, I'll go up to Roanoke Park and go skating. I'll go up to Sunrise and Roseville and Sacramento, Bradshaw, Foothill, Elk Grove, you know, wherever
Wow.
they're rolling. And if I have time, I'm going.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Ginger, I'm going to have your information scrolling at the bottom of the screen. But for those who sometimes I have people listen and not watch, please tell people how they can get a hold of you. You guys make sure you please donate to the cause. All you roller skaters out there, she is looking out for us. And you parents who don't roller skate, maybe your kids do. She's definitely looking out for all of us. Please
Yes.
tell us how they can get a hold of you, Ginger.
You can find me on Skate Critic on Facebook. I have a group and I have a page. You can find me on my personal page, Ginger Dawn Mathews. You can find me on Instagram as the Skate Critic. You can find me on Twitter as the Skate Critic. You can find me on YouTube as the Skate Critic. So
She's everywhere.
a little bit. Yeah. I am on TikTok, but I don't even do anything on there. I'm like, I think I got enough social media going. Plus I can't quite figure out how to do TikTok without, because everything I'm posting is all about rinks.
Yeah.
So if I was posting about skating, I think that would be a TikTok seller. But when I'm posting, hey, check out how beautiful this floor is, or these cool lights, I don't think TikTokers are like, what is she doing? She's so old and weird.
Oh no. Well, listen, we are not going to keep you because from what you told me, you've got a big skate party to head to and get
Yeah.
your roll on.
Yeah, I got my hair done. See, I'm done from here up. Now I gotta just do the rest. And then we're going out to dinner, and then we will be on the wood by midnight tonight, skating till 5 a.m.
Awesome.
and tomorrow, and then Sunday. I think Sunday's 8 to midnight. I'm not sure. I just do one day at a time, when we're doing a skate weekend. Because,
Yes.
if it was like I'm not at home, like say I was in your state doing a skate party, it would be like the skate party, at least 10 roller rinks while I'm there, if not more. So I literally would be doing like 2 or 3 rinks, reviewing them a day, plus the skate party, plus feed myself and try to get some sleep. And I don't know how many promoters of skate parties, like when I arrive, they'd be like, so how many rinks did you go to today? I'd be like, man, this is my 4th one. And they'd be like, are you crazy? I'm like, I already skated like 11 hours.
Oh my gosh. Well, I will see you next month. I will be in Detroit for a Soul Skate. So excited to go to my home
Yay!
state city. Yes,
Woo!
absolutely. Well, you have fun tonight. And thank you so much for coming on Let's Talk. Keep doing what you do. We appreciate you so very, very much. We do.
You are welcome. I love it. I just love going to rinks. I do. I pull up to a rink and I'm like, wonder what this rink looks like. I can't wait to get in there. I'm like, it's like a drug. It's like, ooh, let's go see what's in there.
Well, you take care, Ginger, and thank you so very, very much on behalf of the skaters. We appreciate you, and I will see you next month in my home city, Detroit.
Woohoo! I'm
Woo-hoo.
excited. I get a hug.
Yes. See you
All right.
later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She is amazing, you guys. I love her. And I appreciate everything that she does because if you look at it in retrospect, she's, rating rinks and giving us tidbits and, notes on what to look for when we go to that rink and what, just to make sure she holds those owners' feet to the fire, those that need to improve. And we appreciate all her hard work she did with the United Skates as well. I didn't realize that, but you guys make sure you check out that documentary. It's called United Skates. It's on HBO. So it came out in, I think, 2019. So as we close out the show, thank you, Ginger Mathews, also known as the Skate Critic, for coming on Let's Talk. As we close out the show, I want to leave you with a positive thought, and it's befitting to what Ginger does. Always do good because it comes back to you in unexpected ways. Believe that. And that came from the page of Power of Positivity on the Facebook page. And I'm a firm believer on that. Always do good. And I believe that God's going to bless her twice full for doing such a good deed on her own time. So please, you guys, donate to her. So as I tell you each and every week, do one good thing for one person each day, whether it's opening the door, saying hello, smiling, or whatever it may be, and you can affect 365 lives. If no one's told you they loved you, know that I love you. You guys stay safe out there, and we shall meet again soon. And with those words, I'm out.